So we're going to be looking at an Armstrong number, conversion of, not conversion, determining an Armstrong number from a given number, input from the user. Okay, an Armstrong number, okay, is a number that is equal to the sum of its own digits raised to the power of the number of digits. So if you have something like 153, it would be like 1 to the power of 3, 5 to the power of 3, and 3 to the power of 3, right? You take 1 to the power of 3, which is 1, 5 to the power of 3, which is 125, and then 3 to the power of 3, which is 27. Okay, and then after you take those numbers, you add them together, they give you 153, right? That's an Armstrong number. So something like 100 is not an Armstrong number because 100 raised to its basically digits, right? Total digit. Each digit raised to its total number of digits equals to 1. It's not equals to 100. Okay, so we're going to start off with two functions. We're going to have two methods for getting the Armstrong number from the user, or getting the number from the user and determining whether it's an Armstrong number. So the first one, we're going to use the while loop, and we declare it as Armstrong 1 because we're going to have like two of them, right? And then from there, we just, after defining that, we're going to look for an input from the user and initialize it as a num. So it's a string input. We're going to have a total. We initialize it as 0. Temp is a temporary storage of a variable. Okay, number, the length of that variable of that number. Okay, could have used temp as well, but just get the length of the number input from the user. After getting the length from the input from the user, we start the while loop. Okay, so we're using the while loop in this method. The while loop, while temp is less than 0, we initialize digit, right? So we initialize digit by extracting the last digit of the temporary number. And then the next step, adding the digit raised to the power of the digit count to total. Okay. The next step is removing the last digit from the temporary number. Okay. If the number is equal to total, that's the check we're going to do. If the number is equal to total, number being the number which is input from the user, right? The next step we want to print to the user back, right? Print back to the user the given number is an Armstrong number. Okay, and then the next step, if not the case, this entire process figure out if it is an Armstrong number. But if it's not, the entire while loop, because we've exited the while loop already, it's not a number, we return to the user that it's not an Armstrong. So if it's not, we print it out, and then we just give a new line and then require a number again to keep the process running. Okay, so with this first method, we're just using the while loop over here to achieve the task. Okay, so the next method is different from this one. We're going to be using list comprehension. In list comprehension, we're going to just define the function of method as Armstrong 2. After defining the method as Armstrong 2, we're going to be using the two methods later. So since the input from the user is the same, and I guess each method is enclosed, so we're just going to look for an input again, and then we're going to take the digits. We're going to declare digits, right? So this time declaring digits in this method converts the input into a list of its digits as integer, right? Just converts the input number, right, into a list of its digits as integers. Okay, so now we just have, like, instead of having one full number, you have a couple of numbers in a list, or something we would call an array. Okay, so the next step, we're going to be counting. So we can count, we're getting the length of digits. So it's the length of the list. Could have been the length of converting the number to a string. That's still gonna work. The length is still the same. Okay, but you just get the length of the list. For doing a list, we want the total. We want the total. So to get this total, so we are going to be calculating the sum of each digit raised to the power of the digit count. Okay, that's why the digit and then the start count for digit in digits, right? So it's basically a for loop inside the list. Okay, from that list we're going to be now doing like an operation to check, right, if the number from the user equals your total. So the number given by the user is equals to the total. Then this just checks if that case is true. If the case is true, we return it as an Armstrong number. Should that not be the case, okay, like in the first one, okay. So the next step, very straightforward again, just print a new line, request the user gives the input again. Okay. So with that step being done, the process of calling the function again, basically, we're just making sure that we keep the process going. We can check as many numbers as possible. So if you had this like in a calculator or something, it would work smoothly. Okay, so let's just test them. If they were going to start off with the first one, I'm just gonna run the original. There's the original in Prince Python. So the original one is just gonna close this too. The original one is this one. Okay, so hi Python. Okay, so now we're just gonna replace it with the first one, and then we're just gonna run it again. So now it's requiring a number. So we're gonna start off with a number that we know it's not. Okay, given 100 is not an Armstrong number, so we want a number that is from this point, because we know that 100 is not. Okay, number that I know for sure is 153. Okay, so given 153 is an Armstrong number, 100 is not. So that then means the first function or first method gives us a correct answer. So we can just keep on checking other numbers. It's not. So we know that the function works. We're going to do the same for the next one. We're just going to now use function 2. Okay, we're going to run it. Okay, stop one and run a new one. Okay, we're going to start off this one with the one that is actually true. Okay, it is an Armstrong number, right? So then if you wanted to test like more values of that you show off, basically this is an Armstrong number, then you just basically get those values and then put them in there and then test testing value by value until it gives you, just keep on incrementing. Or you have like a number system that just keeps on incrementing. If it's not, it returns nothing. If it's an Armstrong number, then it just goes through the loop and then it returns yes, this given number is an Armstrong number. So a for loop would achieve that. Okay, or any kind of loop, I guess. So we're just gonna test another number that is not an Armstrong number. Okay, well, it's not an Armstrong number. Okay, so that's how we test it. So if you wanted to do like that for loop, we can try to do one quickly. Okay, so we're just gonna be okay, first we're just gonna give a value that we know definitely is an Armstrong number, like 3. 70, definitely an Armstrong number as well. So let me just create the for loop quickly. And this one, this is a short one, supposed to be a short one, but we'll go like 2 minutes more just for that for loop, basically going through like a couple of numbers in like a sequence that just give us whether it's not. So we'll just have to have maybe a print or don't print, basically, right? So we'll just use range and then pass the number this time. Okay, so to use the range, I'm gonna do it inside here. We're gonna create a new function. We're just going to use basically our own function, and then let's do a range for 1, 2, we're going to find how many numbers we have in there. Okay, and then from there I think we should pass number in here. Okay, so we're going for 2, so passing number in there, then this guy we have to change it to the number we give it, not the input from the user. Right? Then we're going to remove this one, and then it's only going to give us back if it is an Armstrong number. So here we don't want to print anything. We can just maybe leave it as this. Let's just say something like it. Hold on, right? Okay. And then so if we run this now, we're expecting to have what? We're expecting to have a couple of numbers printed, right? As Armstrong numbers, basically. So we have an issue then. Let's see what issue we have. Is it our range? Okay. Okay, our range is given as, okay, I give the range as almost like a string function. Selection, and let's say it now. Okay, did it print what we're looking for? Okay, so it prints the numbers, but it seems like it tries to do something else, tries to print something. Okay, it's the new line. Okay, let's not print the new line again. Let's only print the new line if true. Okay, again, there we are. Guess I'm printing all. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then we have escape to 153, then 370, and then 371, and then 407. Okay, so now we've tested a couple of numbers. So this is what it will work like when you're actually inside an application, I guess. So to test whether this is true or not, we just go to the first one because we will change the first one. Okay, run it. Okay, so it's looking for a number. It said 9 is supposed to be an Armstrong number, and then yes, that is true. Okay, so that's it for this one.